Hello everyone. Welcome to the next session of Linux device driver. So in this session we will understood the basic skeleton of device driver. So as you can see, I divided basic device driver code into the different section. So the first section is header section, and the second section is a code section. The third section is registration section, and the fourth section is description section. So let me just give a brief introduction of each section. The first section is a header section. In this section we will add all the header files which are related to our code which we are using in a driver. Mostly we include a header file like linux slash header file name, because all the header file which we are using in a kernel driver is kept into this folder. And keep it in your mind that we cannot use a C application header file into the kernel code. The second section is a code section where we have to add logic for our driver, and also we have to add at least two function in this section. This section called initialization function and cleanup function. The initialization function is used to initialize our driver, and the cleanup function is used to release the resources which we are allocated during the our driver. The cleanup function is automatically called when driver is unloaded from the kernel, and also initialization function is automatically called when we load a driver into the kernel. So as you can see the prototype of init function, where it should return integer and it does not accept any argument. Also keep it in your mind that when initialization part success, initialization function need to return a 0, and on failure it need to return a non-zero value, so that kernel will understand that initialization part is succeed or failed. Coming to the cleanup function, as you can see, it does not return anything, and it does not accept any argument. And also you can see that we have mentioned underscore underscore init keyword before initialization function. So it indicate that the build system will add initialization function into the init section of module, so that after initialization that initialization function will remove from the RAM, because it does not require for the first for this further use, so that kernel can remove it from the RAM, and RAM can be saved. And also we can use underscore underscore init data for the data which we are using only initialization purpose, so that it can also remove from the RAM after initialization. And also you see that underscore underscore exit keyword before cleanup function, so that it indicate to the build system to store that cleanup function into the dot exit section of kernel module. This next section is registration section, where we have to register our initialization and cleanup function. To register our initialization function, the macro is used called module underscore init, and for the cleanup function, the module underscore exit macro is used. So the header of these two macros is present in the linux slash module.h header file. So we must have to include this header file into the our driver. The next part is description section, where we have to describe our module. So we can describe module using different macros. There are certain macros which we can use in our driver code. The first one is a module underscore license, where we have to mention our uh, module license. As you can see, here I mentioned GPL. for the general public license, and if you are building a driver for the proprietary, then you have to mention proprietary here. And the second macro is module underscore author, where you have to describe author uh, which developed this driver. And the third macro is module underscore description, where you can describe your driver. This is all about the basic device driver. And in next video we will see how to build a device driver. So stay tuned for that next video. Thank you.